Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. Love that you join us here here on Charter Channel 8, where you can see us 6 days a week. But if for some reason you're busy and you've got stuff to do, which we all do, you can always find us on the internet. You can see us on blip.tv as well as YouTube. And when you like us on Facebook, Leanne does upload the most recent episode right to your news feed, so it's easy to find out what's going on in your community and maybe see some friends you might know. So make sure you check that out. We do thank you so much for joining us here on the Owatonna Today Show, and want to remind you that if you've got a special event coming up in your area, your community, let us know. All you have to do is send us an email at owatonnatoday@charter.net or give our producer, Leanne Alt, a call at 390-5751. Let us know what you have got going on or what you'd like to see, and we'll see what we can do to make sure that this program is showing you what you need to know right here on the Owatonna Today Show. Please stay with us. We're going to go to a quick break, but we're going to talk to the chili cook-off. It's time, and also find out what's going on in Steele County. So please stay with us.
I'm Dan Branstead of Carlson Branstead & Company, Certified Public Accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Greetings, I'm Laura Ressler, Director of the Steele County Historical Society, and I welcome you to our History Center. We invite you to join in all our activities events where we honor the past and look towards the future.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. I have with me Mr. Tom Shea. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to have you here on this Monday.
Good to be here.
So excited. Steele County is such an amazing place to live. We're so fortunate to be here. And I want to talk to you a little bit about what's going on. But first, if you don't mind, introduce yourself and let everyone know who you are.
Tom Shea, Steele County Administrator, lifelong resident, served on the county board for a few years. And yes, happy to be here.
So tell me a little bit about what does your job entail? What are you supposed to do?
I thought you said we had 10 minutes.
Oh.
Actually, the administrator, you could think of it as the chief executive officer of the county. We have 19 departments ranging in everything from prenatal care to indigent burials. We like to say that, which is actually true, that county government involves everything from prenatal care to abandoned cemeteries. And just about everything in between.
Wow.
County roads, tax collections, courts, detention center, veteran services.
So you're a busy guy.
Yes, yes I am. Yes.
Well, we're going to talk today because you and a bunch of your people you work with have gotten together and you've kind of looked at what your mission and what your goal is for the county. You kind of revamped it a little.
Correct. For the past year, over a year, the county board and the departments, the 19 departments, as well as the staff, have undertaken a strategic plan process. And when you have 19 departments and you have the diversity of services that the county provides, that is quite a task. And that was completed in the fall of last year. And with that, the county established a new mission, vision, and value statement, which we're trying to implement and trying to make sure that everybody that works in Steele County and services the public adheres to to that mission, to those values, and to that vision that we have.
You mentioned this earlier. When was the last time this was done?
This was done in 1987.
So you feel like it might be time?
It's time.
Well,
yes.
I think as I've been looking at this, you handed me the strategic. One of them is technology, and since 1987, technology has just gone
just
crazy.
A little bit. Just
right?
a little bit, yes.
So yeah, it's definitely time to talk about this. So let's
That's
start
correct.
with the mission statement. Let's tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the mission statement, just like any organization, you want to have your foundation, and this is who we are and what we believe in. And these are not that easy to put together. You would think they would be, but when you start talking about the variety of services, the variety of tools, and that an organization uses, the responsibilities, it becomes a little bit difficult. And the board came up with what I think is just an excellent mission statement that the more I read it, the better I like it, and I think it'll serve the county going forward. And each word was very intentional in its what it is. And if I could, just read it. I know we shouldn't read in these
No,
forms,
please do.
but the mission statement of Steele County. Steele County government is dedicated to delivering effective, efficient, respectful public service with integrity and accountability using both proven and innovative methods. Now, there's quite a bit in there.
Well, and it is, because you have so many departments.
So many departments.
In such a big area, and to squeeze that into a couple of sentences
Right.
was quite a skill.
One of the real hallmarks of Steele County over the years has been we've been very innovative and on the cutting edge of providing different ways and reinventing how we deliver service and reinventing government. But at the same time, we have a strong heritage of doing that. So that's where you get this combining using both proven methods and innovative methods, and trying to combine those. And of course, anytime you're talking about government and governmental institutions, integrity and accountability are really keys.
Well, and especially, we've seen some issues recently in some other, states
Yes,
of
right.
government kind of abusing
Right.
those powers, and it's to be able to have that.
And
would be very important.
government not only has, they have awesome responsibilities, but with that comes powers. And those can easily be abused, as recent news events have shown. But unfortunately, that's not uncommon. And so it's really critical that everybody in an organization understands this is who Steele County is. This is the values that the elected board, which is the County Board of Commissioners, expects every staff person to adhere to in their day-to-day operation.
You also have a vision statement. What's the difference between a mission statement and a vision statement?
Well, a vision statement is where we want to be.
Okay,
And the vision statement that we came up with, and again, a lot of vision statements that we're going to be the best. We're going to,
Very
well,
vague.
you know what?
Yeah.
That's always good to shoot for that. But is that always attainable? We live in a very dynamic state. And, when we compare ourselves with some of our neighboring communities or even the metro area, it's hard to say we're gonna have the best cultural. We're gonna have so the vision statement that we came up with, that the board came up with, is the vision is to make Steele County the place of choice to live, work, play, and grow in southern Minnesota. So we think that's the vision we want Steele County to be.
So someone thinks about moving, they think, "Ooh, I should go to Owatonna because it
correct.
has this, that, the other thing."
We want this to be the place
Steele
of choice.
County, I shouldn't say
That's
Owatonna,
right.
Steele County.
That's correct.
Yeah.
All of Steele County.
Yeah,
Right.
great. And then you
Yeah.
have also value statements.
Yes, and value statements are, again, just that's what they are. We are responsible, accountable, respectful, effective, and efficient public servants, stewards. Public servants is key there. We promote honesty, integrity, and openness in all we do. Openness, very transparent. We encourage innovation to meet challenges. Again, we're not stuck in doing things the way we've always done it, but we're always looking for those innovations. Steele County has over 80 partnerships, collaborations, joint powers of working with other units of government or other counties or school districts and delivering services. And we foster an environment of collaboration. We want to, it's very important for Steele County, not only within our 19 departments that we work together, but also externally, both with the private sector, nonprofits, school districts, other units of government, such as the city of Owatonna.
Yeah, to make it the whole entire region an effective
That's
way.
right. Because our customers are the same customers that the state of Minnesota has, that the city of Owatonna has, that the Owatonna School District of Blooming Prairie. They're all the same
Yeah,
customers.
so why not work towards the common goal?
That's correct.
Well, so what's interesting is these are great pie in the sky kind of ideas, but you've actually taken the next step forward and you actually have strategies.
Correct.
Tell me the different areas you have strategies.
Well, we have 6 major pillars, we call them, in the strategic plan, and one is finance. You could imagine that. We have a $45 million budget, so finance is critical. Communication. This is a good vehicle for communicating to the public. Service delivery, just how we provide that service to the public on a day-to-day basis. Technology, which you've already mentioned, which is changing every day. And talent, which is probably the cornerstone. Talent are the staff, the people that work for Steele County and provide those services. So those are and then the structure of Steele County. Right now, as I said, we have 19 departments. We've recently transitioned from a coordinator form of senior administration to an administrator. And we do have, in our county board, we do have a committee system, which the board is committed to keeping that in place. But there may be some structural changes that will come about.
Well, especially when you're implementing a new mission like this, there may be some changes that happen. And let's just touch really quick. Service and delivery, you asked me to mention that you do have a recycling brochure coming out?
Yes. Well, we have a very mature and very successful recycling program. One of the things that's an annual feature of that is a brochure that comes out with any new anything that's new in the system. Basically, everything's the same with our one sort, which has been incredibly been incredible for increasing the amount of recycling. But one of the features of that brochure is the calendar and the little stickers to put on the calendar. And we've had delays in getting that printed and getting that mailed, so that will be coming in the mail. Hopefully, will be out before the end of the month here in January. So that is in the works, and we apologize for the delay.
But it is coming.
It is coming.
Good.
Yes.
Well, and if we don't mind, I'd love to touch on technology a little
Yes.
bit. In your time working with the Steele County Board, what kind of changes have you seen
Oh,
through
my
technology?
goodness. There has been tremendous changes in all areas. Probably the biggest is just having laptops, you know, and every staff person having a computer. When I came on the board, not every staff person had a computer. Now, you don't take a job without saying, well, do I get a computer to go with my job?
And what's its operating system?
Right.
And
And sometimes more than one.
Yes.
You have your office station. Then if you're a remote worker, you might have a laptop. If you have a smartphone, you have that. So there's 2 or 3 devices sometimes.
Changing communication a little bit.
Right.
Now, if people want to see this, if they'd like to get an opportunity to see the strategic plan, how can they get a hold of that?
If you go to our website, there is a link, and it's being updated right now.
Okay.
But there will be a link with the strategic plan, as well as all our other information about the departments, our budget, just about everything that you'd like to know about Steele County.
Well, thank you for your time today. Really
Yes.
appreciate it. It's good to know that Steele County is moving forward.
Yes.
So it's a good thing. Thank you, Mr. Shea.
Thank you, Shelley.
We'll be right back. Please stay with us. Good?
Good. How was that?
Perfect.
When using a fire extinguisher, we suggest using the pass system. Pull the pin at the top of the extinguisher that keeps the handle from being accidentally pressed. Aim the nozzle toward the base of the fire. Squeeze the handle to discharge the extinguisher. If you release the handle, the discharge will stop. Sweep the nozzle back and forth at the base of the fire. After the fire appears to be out, watch it carefully since it may reignite. If you have the slightest doubt about whether or not to fight the fire, get out and close the door behind you. This has been a safety message from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Did you know that it is illegal in the city of Owatonna to host or allow a gathering where minors will be consuming alcoholic beverages on your property or in your residence? Did you know that it is illegal to provide minors with alcohol unless they are your own kids in your own home? Underage drinking leads to increased risk of future chemical dependency, engaging in more serious criminal activity, and becoming a victim of a crime. Please help keep our kids and our community safe by not encouraging, hosting, or allowing underage drinking. This is a message from the Owatonna Police Department and the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to transitional housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
Hi, I'm Glenn Mager.
And I'm Tim Thomas of the Brick Mager Funeral Home, and we're proud to serve the Medford and Owatonna areas with cremation and traditional funeral services.
And we're proud to be a part of the Owatonna Today Show.
United Way of Steele County is all about changing lives,
reaching out a hand,
painting a brighter tomorrow,
creating opportunities,
inspiring and regaining hope,
navigating obstacles.
Please join us and all Jostens employees by giving generously, advocating for a better quality of life, and volunteering your time to a partner agency. We all win when we
live united.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. I am Shelley Whitehead. It's time for the chili cook-off, and I have with me today Dave Effertz and Mark Kearin. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're wonderful.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay, so this is the chili cook-off, and I guess the first question that comes to my mind is, how do you gastronomically prepare for the cook-off this week?
Oh.
I kind of scared him with that question.
We'll go to Mark on that.
Well, usually on Saturday morning, you want to purge make sure your system is nice and clean.
Okay.
You don't have a lot of stuff in you.
All right.
A little Beano helps as you're preparing for it. Okay.
Do you just hand that out as people come in? I think that you might want to talk to Beano.
We've talked about that.
I was going to say
a little Tom's and Beano maybe on the side, kind of
you can
some
make
sales.
Little central, little nice little decorations, and yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing when people walk in and they see kind of how we do this. When you get a little cup, and you get like a tablespoon or a couple tablespoons in each individual cup, and when they come to you first and they say, "You mean that's it?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah. If you want some more, you can always come back." Okay. And by the end of the night, you can have. By the end of the night, by the time they're making the rounds, only a little bit, just like a teaspoon type of thing. So you know that you're filling them up big time.
Well, let's talk about this. First of all, gentlemen, if you don't mind, I'd love for you to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself. We'll start with you.
Sure. My name's Dave Effertz, TPS Insurance. Pretty much a lifelong Owatonna resident and part of the community. Been involved, grew up in St. Mary's, and this is kind of a tie into St. Mary's and the Catholic community as well.
Good.
Yeah, I'm Mark Kearin. I work for Federated Insurance. I've been here I've been in Owatonna for 28 years. I work in the IS department, and I kind of help Bill and Marie kind of get the event organized.
Let's start with that first. Let's do that. Dave, tell us about this event and kind of the background of it.
Sure. Well, this is our 10th year doing this.
Wow.
It's kind of hard to believe, but it's an event. It's a very social event, but it's to raise funds for the Andrew Lawrence Memorial Scholarship Fund. So we hand out scholarships. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But Andrew was the son of Bill and Marie Lawrence and the daughter of Jennifer. The brother to Jennifer. And he was a student at St. Mary's School and just a well-liked kid, involved in sports, musically playing drums. And unfortunately, his life was cut off way too short. Age 10, he was biking. Lives very close to where I live, too, by the fact. But just caught the sunlight of a driver and hit Andrew, unfortunately. He did not survive. And the resolve, the strength, the faith that the Lawrences have shown through this whole thing has been wonderful. And they've established this in his memory. And
I love that. I love that they took something that is just mind-boggling horrific and made something really good out of it. In fact, they've helped how many students over the past 10 years?
Yeah, well, as of today, we've handed out 27 scholarships. They're $1,000 each. I mean, that's real money there, and we've kind of ramped it up over the years. It's 5 scholarships each year, and we first started to do that when Andrew's peers, where he would have been a senior. So it was an emotional time during that one where they were kind of hand out to more of his peers at that one. So a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful thing. Tell me a little bit about some of the other, do you have any, and this is such an off-the-cuff question, so if you don't, that's okay. Can you talk to me a little bit about some of the, maybe some of the students who've had the scholarships and kind of the benefits that have helped them?
Well, I can talk about the criteria. I should actually talk to my wife about that one. She's been on the scholarship committee, and it's very difficult, the number and the quality of candidates they get. Even though we're handing out 5, it's very tough to decide because, the criteria is you have to have at least a 2.8 GPA, involved in the Catholic community, being in ministry of some capacity, an altar server. And then that leadership component has to be there too. Andrew's involved with Boy Scouts, so whether you're in Boy Scouts, captain of the sports team, the student council, those types of things. So I just know a lot of the good recipients that have been there that are going to good schools and really got their head on their shoulders, more so than I did after I was a senior, I'll tell you that.
Give them the money. They need
Yes.
it. Okay. Well, let's talk about the event itself. Can we do that, Mark? I want to talk a little bit about the fun that you're going to have. It's this Saturday.
It is this Saturday. It's this Saturday. It goes from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and it's at the Owatonna Armory.
Okay.
And for the most part, the voting, we have a voting, so everybody, when they check in, they'll get like...
Can anyone else enter?
If somebody's really wants to enter, we probably wouldn't turn anybody away. But right now, we're pretty much have what we normally have.
Okay.
We have 6 restaurants that are participating, and then we have probably about 42 or 45, somewhere between there, individuals.
Wow.
So that puts us right about at 50.
Okay.
But if somebody is really committed to say, I really I have a good chili and I'd like to enter the contest, there's no way we'd turn them away.
Okay. Okay, so now we can go on.
All right. So it goes from 4 to 8, and we have voting that takes place. Everybody who comes in gets basically a voting pamphlet or a voting card, and that goes till 7:30. And what they do is then they'll come in, and they can go around, and everybody will be set up at a different station all around the armory there, and you can walk around, sample different chilies. There's 5 different categories of chilies. Actually, there's probably more than that. There's a restaurant one, that the best restaurant, okay? And then there's past champions and there's regular people, okay?
Okay.
So the first time you'd be entering into the kind of the normal group there. And there's red and there's white chili contest for that group. And there's past champions and red and white. And then there's also the hottest. And the only qualification for the hottest is that it has to be edible. Now, last year's winner, I would question that. But that's just personal opinion.
Okay, so you're past champion. So
yes.
How many people are in that category right now?
Well, obviously, this is our 10th annual, okay? So every year, since you have red and whites coming in, this year I think we're up to about 13 or 14 different past champions will be in that past.
Because you don't have to come back, but these are the ones who've decided they would like to come back and be a part of it.
And some people come and go on years and off years and everything, but we always welcome everybody back.
Good, good. Now, again, another quick question. These can be spicy. It's chili.
Yeah, I mean, if you kind of don't really like hot food or you don't like beans, as you're walking around, you can definitely ask the chef. Okay. Because the chef will be right there, whoever made the chili. Even Dave will be right there.
I hear he's making some.
Yes.
Supposedly not many can openers involved. No. Maybe.
Well, not the Hormel chili anyway. But you can ask them. Okay. Some people ask, I don't like beans, and so there's a whole thing. And it's not like, even if you don't like chili too much, okay, the white chilies are really more of a creamier and a cheesier type of a thing, so there's lots of those there to be had. Okay. And even if you really, really don't like white or red chili, we even have hot dogs. And there's lots of hot dogs available, and there's bars, and there's juice, and there's alternate beverages also available.
Are there vegetarian options? Do you know if people are going to do any vegetarian chilies?
I know in the past, it seems like we've always had at least one vegetarian option.
Okay, so that's good.
Yep.
So why a chili cook-off? Why do you think they decided to do this?
Well, I think at first it was more of let's just get together and remember Andrew, and it's very casual, like we'll go to the KC Hall and we'll make some chilies. There's like 5 or 6 there at the time, and it just like there was a Goodwill offering handing out, and it made some good money, and it was very popular, and then quickly it's like, you know what, we can grow this. And you think about chili, it's such an easy thing, but it can be with so many different varieties.
45 different varieties,
and
50.
It's so actually tough to make good chili, like Mark, but we try. And we certainly cater to a Midwestern palate. We're not put beans in there and things. Apparently beans is taboo for some people with chili, but we kind of cater to all people. There's going to be something for everyone. And it's a wonderful social event.
Mark, give us the details again.
Okay, it's this Saturday. It runs from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock. It's at the Owatonna Armory. There's limited parking available, but we do have shuttle services that run around to the Fleet Farm parking lot. Fleet Farm has been very gracious and let us do our overflow parking there. So the event is to make it easy for everybody to come to and enjoy.
And just be part of something bigger than themselves. That's awesome.
Yep.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time, and have fun and prepare.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Amy Martinez.
And I'm Adam Martinez, owners of Snap Fitness in Owatonna.
Snap Fitness is a fast, convenient, and affordable fitness center, and we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
It's time for a quick look at your community announcements. We did get a letter from the Shop with Santa Committee, and they wanted to let us know that it was a great success this year. They provided a safe and hassle-free shopping event for 225 little shoppers and raised over $3,200 for the 4-H program. So thank you so much for being a part of that, and we love that the 4-H does something like that for themselves as well as the community. It's a great opportunity. The Owatonna Hospital, is a part of the Allina Health, will host an informational session regarding MNsure, the new marketplace where Minnesotans can find, compare, and purchase quality health care coverage. The meeting is free and open to the public. No registration is required. The informational session will take place Tuesday at the Owatonna Senior High from 6:30 until 8. It's going to be in the small group forum room 333 on East School Street. It's being hosted in partnership with MNsure, and if you want more information, you can go to the OwatonnaHospital.command for more information. Steele County Historical Society, along with help from the local veterans, is organizing a Veterans Roundtable. Another organizational meeting is set for this Tuesday at 7 at the Steele County Historical Society in Owatonna. If you're a veteran, they'd love for you to be a part of this and kind of find out more information about what's going on in the Steele County community with our veterans. Owatonna Community Blood Drive at St. Joseph's Church is Tuesday from noon to 6 and on Wednesday from 8 to 1. Call 800-733-2767 or go online to make an appointment. And Steele County Safety Council has their newest program called Teaming Up for Safety, Globally Harmonized System, GHS. It's now aligned with the Hazard Communication Standard, is now aligned with the GHS, and they can find out more information on Wednesday, January 15th. Lunch is from 11 to noon, and the presentation is from noon to 1. It's $7 at the Elks Club. You can contact 431-2226 for more information. And the Steele County Historical Society will be hosting an educational meeting for their volunteers on Thursday at 6:30 at the Lang Theater to kick off the monthly series about the village of yesteryear. The intent is to give volunteers more knowledge and insight into the Dunnell family. So check that out at the Historical Society website. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll be back on Wednesday. We'll see you then.